there, it's yours.
Peter, I wonder if you can set up this outlandish scenario.
Very
for us.
outlandish.
It's nothing I've experienced.
No, nothing, nothing in my experience either. The young Pi is Pi Patel. As a teenage boy, he journeys with his family from Pondicherry in India to Canada on a large Japanese-owned steamer. And it's in Canada where his father hopes to restart his zookeeper business. And he's taking with him all his own zoo animals, including zebras, giraffes, and of course one adult Bengal tiger. And when the typhoon hit and disaster strikes, Pi finds himself all alone, shipwrecked in a lifeboat with this tiger.
There's no denying it's an astonishingly beautiful piece of work.
It looks incredible. I can't believe people are banging on and on about Peter Jackson and 48 frames per second, and you think, my God, no, look at this. Absolutely incredible. From the poster, I thought the tiger was going to look like a not bad, a very good sort of uncanny valley digital creation. But in fact, it's much better than that. It's really stunning. It never quite makes you think this is a real tiger. It makes you think this unreal tiger really is mind-blowingly real looking. But what an achievement! Technically, what an achievement!
The fact that it's slightly unreal looking,
yes,
fits with the tenor of the film.
Yes, it does fit.
Which is basically like a hogwash, isn't it?
I have to say yes. I found it. I'm at a disadvantage. I haven't read the original novel, which has been acclaimed by the brightest and best minds in the land. But I found this story, frankly, at the end of the day, Brian, unbearably shallow and exasperating. Not to give anything away, but I found it quite fatuous, really. At the very end, the question that the adult Pi, the narrator, puts to his audience, who is a young journalist played by Rafe Spall. He puts to him a certain question. Rafe Spall, with a seraphic and enlightened smile on his face, gives what is evidently the correct answer, and that is that. And I found that quite annoying.
But it does have a charm and a haunting quality to it too. I just thought that the whole narrative framing device and the sort of spiritual maundering of it did wear rather thin.
Yes, the idea that it will possibly help you to believe in God, and that's such a big challenge to lay down to the viewer. Any kind of sentient viewer with a couple of brain cells together is going to raise his or her eyebrows at that and say, well, will it? Or if that's ironic, is the irony going to be interesting, or what? And I have to say that it entirely failed to do that. It entirely failed to come to terms with what the question that is posed at the very beginning of the film, where he looks into the eye of the tiger, as it were, and thinks, does this creature have a soul like my soul? And his father says, no, what you're seeing is your own soul, your own, as it were, identity, sense of self being reflected back at you by this entirely blank animal. And that's an interesting idea. Is it elucidated in any way by the movie? I don't think so.
It's a big ask, though, Peter. Is there any film that has made you believe in God? Apart from Notting Hill, obviously.
Well, there's the other guys, of course. Not really, but it is a big ask, but it was the ask that the film itself had in mind. It was the film itself which took upon its own shoulders this burden of the idea of believing or not believing in God, or in spirituality. And I like the idea that it's a two-hander. That the idea that it really is, it's like a stage play, only one of the characters doesn't speak. And I like that a lot. But, oh my goodness, the ending of it is just infuriating.